Hey everyone, we are here with Steven, coming second in premium for BCS Worlds 2022. How do you feel, Steven?
It's pretty good. You know, the best I've ever done in an event ever. So it's kind of new to me.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Feels good. Feels good, man. You know, second place.
That's right. That's right. You topped with Highlander, right? One of your favorite decks.
Oh yeah, love Highlander ever since bro. Call me AO Queen.
All right, show us your deck, buddy. Why is it so good? Why is your deck different from everyone else?
All right, because mine is the cookie cutter deck that everybody should be following. But some people like to be a rebel, like Solemn, you know. So obviously, obviously first you got the Shizuku. I actually just upgraded this thanks to my boy David Cho. But I played the common one. But yeah, she's good because the card I play later. I talked about it earlier in a different video, but it's basically for a card called Shiratsuyu.
Yep.
But I'll talk about Shiratsuyu later.
Nice.
Obviously the 4 soul charge crits. Soul is really important in this deck. Lots of cards use Soul Blast. You know, it makes some of the discarding costs pretty free, so you keep those +1s in your hand. You know, and then she also just gives straight power to your Vanguard in case you want to put Force on sides. Obviously 4 crits of the Stride ones. You know, it's always important to have these.
Yep.
And the OT that I never flipped ever. Never damage, never offensive, never defense.
You guarded with the one.
I guarded with the ones because it was just in my hand because I drew it for turn. Oh yeah. I think I just chose the wrong one, man. This one was not it.
Unlucky, man. There's a lot to choose from. Why did you choose that one?
You know, I just really like Clamp.
that's a good reason.
But you know, I'm kind of regretting that now. So this might just change for a different one.
That should be the emo one, man.
Wow.
The 2 PGs, always staple. You know.
Why do you run 2 PGs? Why not like 3 and then the one, or do you like two?
So a part of what makes Highlander like really powerful is the fact that you can use Q tier to search perfect guards. However, Q tier only searches normal units. So the fact that 2 PG, the fact that I play 2 PG means that I have my other PG slots as something else.
Okay.
You'll see later I play 1 normal PG and I also play the Elementario Sanctitude.
Ah, yeah, true.
Yeah. And then I play 1 Crook. So this is different from a lot of the WCC members. They didn't play Crook. They opted to play a draw trigger from Overdress, which gives +5. You know, in somewhat I agree with them that choice is better to make because if they're playing the ride down game, the 5k does matter a lot. The draw also matters because if you hit it early, you know, the extra card does help in searching for getting like other cards, or you know, even at a point where like you're guarding with it, it's a 10k guard.
Yep.
Like this is also a 10k guard, but you know, the draw being a 10k guard as well is also very good. I like to Crook because it's just an extra attack. Usually I use it with Q tier, so it would make like a 17 column against like any Excel deck, so it makes a magic number at least. You know, you play it as Harmony and you just use Q tier, you bounce Q tier, you call it again. So pretty much you get an extra attack. It might just be weenie attacks, maybe over a force, but it's still an extra attack and it's still an extra search, so it's pretty strong. Also, usually my attack patterns when I go Reindeer, I'll attack one side first, then attack Vanguard. So if I do flip the stand, I can stand the attack to rear guard, and then I can still attack my last column. So it's pretty strong. It did win me a game against our boy Toby Jones. And it was a pretty stressful match, but luckily Crook and Q-Tire basically gave me enough cards to basically use Heltrada.
Nice.
And obviously 4 Heal Guardian, this thing's broken.
Cool.
You should always play that card. Getting on to grade 1s. This is probably one of the most important grade 1s in the deck, which is Appassionato Justine. Basically why this card is so important is that this was pretty much what you use primarily to ride down from Reindeer. Basically when you activate Reindeer's effect, you would discard Justine, and then Justine's effect would go on standby. You would ride, you know, set whatever grade 4, grade 3, whatever you have that you check off the top 10, and then you'd use Justine to call it to an open rear guard, and then you would Soul Blast the grade 3, and then once you do that, then
Good times.
yeah, you have a fun time going back down to 2. But she also helps in a lot of other combos, especially with cards like Chocho debut stage Tira. Basically, this card, works really well with Justine. So pretty much you can just swing. If you ever get Chocho to go off, you can pretty much bounce all your cards on if Chocho's on your Vanguard, and then on your first attack with Chocho, you can use her ability to restand herself by discarding 1. So you can discard Justine, and then with the other rearguard that's now free because you rode Tira, you can call Justine to the open front row rearguard and then do another attack. So it's pretty crazy.
Lots of ways to use it.
Yes.
Nice.
The next card is Yuika. Yuika pretty much is the backup card I use to ride down. Basically, you can use her early game, you can use her late game, mid game. She's good all around, but she's good as the last attack column, where after you ride reindeer, or after you use reindeer's effect, you can just swing with that last column, soul blast your reindeer out, and you're golden. You're perfect to ride down.
You also get to get something back into hand, right?
Oh yeah, usually it's the Q tier that you always draw, because playing 2 is optimal, guys. Next card, Cuddle Connect Finessa. I don't think I need to say much about this card. This card is just bonkers. At the end of the battle, it attacks or even it boosts. Just shove it into your soul, so it feels yourself. You shove I think it's any card. I think it's a grade 3 or greater. So this includes like heals.
Put it back.
Yeah, just shove
Important cards like Tira as well, right?
Yeah, cards like Tira, your Anj, anything you want your ride target, you shove them back in, and then you just draw a card.
Nice.
Absolutely broken. Obviously Sedna. Sedna. Yeah. This I don't really need to talk much. People abuse this card just to search for Kutir or Reindeer. Like
Kutir.
What else do you use this for?
That's right.
Next card is Pompa Empathy Betty. This card's broken because I always use this card to shove my drawn over trigger in my hand back into my deck and search for something else.
But you never trigger it, so that's.
I never just trigger it, but I'm always hopeful. But the fact that you can just ride this in the beginning, check top 7, and then you can just fix your entire hand with basically 1 card. Beautiful. Shove triggers back into your deck. Shove whatever. You can even shove your grade 3s or your ride targets for reindeer back into your deck. So it's pretty sick.
Nice.
Next card, Honolly. I think some of us from WCC took out Honolly because we weren't really thinking about going into like the G fights.
Yep.
Like by G fights I mean like when we're striding, fighting each other. So really it doesn't really do much in that case, but I always tended to like ridden up, and then this would really help versus like the Steam maiden matchup where they'd be forced to counterblast. They do like maybe 8 attacks. So if you give them maybe relatively low damage, maybe like 1 or 2 counterblasts to work with, then they really have to choose how they should do their attack patterns. Again, the next card is Blue-Haired Prodigy Resius. This card I'd like to abuse just to give my Vanguard base during the turn. So it's especially helpful versus decks like, Narukami or even Spike Brothers, which I did use it against. And then I believe it's more, in my opinion, it's more impactful in the mirror than it is for Honolly.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, it's just throughout testing, I just feel like Resius is more impactful than it is for Honolly. So that's always good. Next card. Honestly, I felt like this card should have been taken out. It's a bit dated because it's a GB card.
Yeah.
But it was very nice in case you did go run into the off chance that someone did ride up and you really want to play like a low stalling game. So I would just, if I had Q-tier, I would stride into a card called Auk. So Auk's a very old card. Old school, yeah, and just play Harmony, man. Just good old Harmony. Just start farming cards, draw cards, bounce cards. It's a good time. It's a good time. Obviously, Pro Sister, broken.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Oh yeah. I played a Harmony PG because I played Aina, so it's pretty much with the Harmony engine.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure I have Harmony with cards.
Searchables.
Yep.
Pumo.
So this card, It's a comparison of Aina because it's a GB card. I kind of wanted to take it out as well.
Yeah.
But I was low-key, I would say, scared of the Nightmare Doll matchup. So in case I wasn't ready for the Nightmare Doll matchup, I think Pumo will save my life.
I think a lot of people taking those cards out, yeah.
Yeah, but in case like you did run into them and you get dusted.
Oh,
like this is the perfect answer if you get dusted. So you would just Pumo and you call it the Hanali and you'd stop all their attacks.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So this is pretty good. You can also abuse it with Resius. You can abuse it with like calling Aqua, bounce another card, draw a card, filter, Betty, stuff like that. So it's just like another like pretty much small G guard. And the last one, I play Elementaria Sanctitude. To be honest, I used to play a normal PG, which was Transcend Idol Aqua, which was the PG that shoves another card into your soul. But I opted to play Sanctitude because I was actually scared of D-Police. And I feel like this card just does really well into D-Police because it turns off the Rika combo. And then, just PGing for one card is pretty free. Like, it's nice. If you run into the mirror and they're on Helltrada and you just play this card, it just feels good. Go into grade 2s. Top Idol Aqua.
Oh, you ran 2?
I ran 2. So my build still ran, it was pretty much almost the same as Bro still. I ran 2 Aqua and I ran 2 Couture. This card pretty much is self-explanatory. It just bounces a card, filters. Does really well with Justine, where you can just bounce Justine, discard her, and +1 pretty much. Next one's Aqua. Same thing. It's a G card.
I mean Spica.
Oops.
That was Aqua. We had Aqua.
Yeah. Spica. Yeah. So it's pretty much just a G card. Just bounces a card. Does really well with the Harmony engine where I play Auk. Also does well if I want to just spam Couture.
Yep.
Lieselot.
I mean, why not?
Good card. Why would you not play this card? Shiratsuyu. So this card, a lot of people kind of don't like because the fact that you soul charge one randomly, and if you soul charge a grade 3 or grade 4, you're kind of fucked. And honestly, that's probably the worst thing that can happen if you are trying to ride down. But if you're not trying to ride down, it's a great counter charger where you can definitely do Helltrada things.
You don't really have that much counter charges anyway, right? So.
Pretty much, yeah. This is pretty much your only counter charger in your whole deck. Saria, good card. No, it's costed to discard one, so it's another Justine abuser. Helps you check top 3. You don't need to see more cards, fix your hand. Highlighters has a lot of cards, you gotta go through them. Pearl Sister, of course. I don't even need to talk about this card.
That's right.
Sistico, this card is probably one of the most important grade 2s in the deck because it pretty much just shoves all your old cards back into the deck. Your PGs, it recycles your PGs, your grade 3s, and literally anything you can search off Couture with, pretty much. Plus it gets 10k. Wow.
Nice. Rest as well, right?
Yeah. Sandy, it's a G guard.
Extra G guard.
Yeah. Some people I think don't play. I don't think Solomon plays Sandy because it's a more G centric deck.
G guard?
Yeah. Do you play Sandy?
No, but she was one of the last because it hurt.
Yeah. It's just too good of a card, Yeah. Like damn. But yeah, it's definitely really really strong. The fact that you have a 5th heal in your deck that's searchable, that's broken.
Pretty good.
And the last
not many clans get that.
My last grade 2 is my wife. Is Klasena, the one that always comes to me, and every time of need, Mo 5 draw Klasena, no problem. Broken +2. Especially if you ride down, if you go reindeer, and you ride down to her, oh my god, that's broken. Okay, this card Infinite value, must play. Next, obviously, 4 reindeer. I used to play 3. I know that was pretty crazy. How could I ever have played 3? This card is nuts. If you don't see reindeer,
you lose.
I think you just lose, man. To be honest, it's just so important.
Especially currently in the ride down meta.
Yeah, the ride down meta. This makes the deck. If you ride anything else, I think you're just losing.
Okay.
And honestly, I feel like opening up reindeer is probably more important than opening up Pearl Sisters. Next, 2 Couture, because 2 Couture is optimal. Yeah, so I never had a problem like the other WCC members where they check top 10, they show 2 Coutier. Because I'm a good player, that's why I got second place.
Just draw Couture every time, right?
Yeah, I don't even need to draw it, man. I just draw the Lieselot turn 1 into Coutier. It's no problem. Easy money, man.
Teach me.
This card is so broken. Definitely is on Bushiroad's watch list already. It's already been banned in V, and I think it should be banned in Premium too.
Okay.
Next one is probably the most MVP grade 3. It's Ange. This card single-handedly can wash any game if you go first. If you do the ride down and you hit Ange off the top 10 with Reindeer, and you've already had your Coutier turns, oh my god, this is a straight wash. You're gonna end the turn with like 14 cards in your hand or something like that, and your opponent is gonna be at grade 2, maybe like 4 damage with like 5 cards or 4 cards, man. This card is absolutely nuts. It generates a marker, it searches a free card, you can search your Ange, you can search your Lieselot, you can search another Coutier, or you can do whatever, man. Like, this card is broken.
Nice.
Next card is Lupina. I didn't even use this card.
Oh, really?
All day, yeah. I didn't even use it all day. I think I've seen it. Every time I've seen it, it always comes up with Ange. So, like, I always choose Ange.
True.
Lupina, I feel like it's a very good, like, just card to just have. If you open double process and you open Lupina, like, yo, you're golden. Like, maybe you search into last processor, but if you're going for that early game aggro, then why not? Lupina's it. But
sort of the nice card fillers, right?
Yeah. And then late game, if you have all those markers out, Lupina is probably the better one to go to than Ange. Like, she's more of a late game scaling card in my opinion. And then I have Tira. Most people forget this card. It has a rear guard ability where it can restand. It's pretty crazy. It's on place for Vanguard. It's pretty crazy too, where you can just bounce as many normal units as you want back to your hand, and she gets 15k if you bounce 3. So this card definitely must play. It's combo extender, attack extenders is broken. You can abuse it with Justine too, like I said earlier. Next I have Inesca. Some people I've known online were telling me they opted to take this out for Olivia. I've definitely played Olivia before on my bro list, and I felt like, man, Inesca is just too good. I can't take this out. It wins in the mirror. It does so well against everything else. If you pop Inesca early when you first like ride down with Reindeer, you're pretty much set. Like, it's over.
True. Okay.
And the last card, I play Laura. Solomon told me to play this one because it's broken. I agree. You win. Yeah, like, I mean, there's nothing to say about this card. You hit this card, you check the top 10. If you can hit the most nuttiest thing, but the fact that you give your whole board plus 10, that's
just bash him.
That's just game breaking. Like, how could someone live after doing your Haltrada double Pearl Sister 4 attack turn, and then for you to go into Laura only to smash him in the face 3 more times with over 40k columns? That's crazy. And that's pretty much for the main deck. The Stride Zone, I won't really go through much. There wasn't really much to talk about for Stride Zone. Haltrada, okay, you have to play this card. It's broken. Like, why would you not play this card? Bro, like, come on.
Like, this is the only thing they go
into. That's what makes the deck.
Every deck goes into
Alk. I played a Harmony Engine, so I really liked Alk. Yeah, I mean, you just draw cards and farm hand if you want to play that slow game. I played 2 Tira in case I decked out, but I never run this card, so pretty much you can just throw this out, to be honest. I don't even know why I played this card. It just looked pretty. To be honest, it doesn't really do anything. You can just probably put another G guard in there for Ange. Yeah, like, you don't even need this for like the Link Joker matchup. Like, you have Haltrada. Like, why would you ever run to go into this? Like, what are you doing? 2 counter blasts? That's crazy, man. You know how much pluses you can get for 2 counter blasts nowadays? I played 1 Megiddo. Megiddo, I just kept in there because they say my Pearl Sisters died, and I did have a Reindeer in my hand, just the ultimate stride. Maybe this would be kind of memey, but you just revive your Pearl Sister to swing for 33 for crits, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I played 1 Sandy.
Okay.
I don't think I really went into this card. This card didn't really do much. It's kind of like I feel like it's a win more G guard
Okay.
I'd rather just use the single G guards than everything else. I played one Dismal. The Dismal is nice in case you need to protect your front row, rear guard or anything like that, or like any back row stuff. Especially things like Hanli. If you call the Hanli throughout, like you float the Hanli in, and you find out they have a way to kill it, like they can run to it or something like that. You can always just G guard again, choose Dismal, and then just target Hanli so Hanli sticks. It's probably the best G guard.
3 Citron.
3 Citron. I love this card. It's broken. I play 3 Citron because I play Resius and I play Hanli.
True.
It's basically like Poem. You call a card from your hand to the field and it gets +10. It's a free 25k shield, and then you can activate stuff like Kutir. You can activate stuff like Aqua, Hanli, whatever. You float whatever the heck you want into the board, and it's also just broken against Narukami. If they have Chol in the front row and you just already have Chol and they nuked your front row, you can just float something in the front after the Vanguard attack, and then like they can't stand Chol anymore. Next, last 2 cards. I played that new G guard. I don't even know this card's name. I don't have to memorize this one. Lucreci. This one's cool. It basically is the G guard that bounces all your cards. Gets 15k shield, so it's a massive 30k shield. Is it 15k? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah, it gets a massive 30k shield if you bounce 1 or less, and then 2 or less, yeah. And then if you bounce a 3, you get a 5k base, so usually you'll be bouncing Q tiers to save for next turn.
Nice. That's everything.
That's everything.
Anything you'd like to change from the deck?
Yeah, lots of stuff. I feel like my deck was kind of dated, but it did serve me well. Yeah, I feel like everything went well with me with this deck. It's just unfortunate in the finals that, I kind of had a bricky hand, but the deck responded to everything that I needed to do, the ride downs, everything like that, getting the Q tiers. Kind of happy with the deck. Maybe I'll take out those G cards, like Aina and the Poem, for more cards that, help me out throughout the mid-game, like maybe Akos, some other stuff like, some WCC techs.
Okay. Alright, nice. And any last thoughts on Highlander and best deck?
Yeah, Highlander best deck. Ban over trigger, and that's about it. Hopefully the format changes next time.